the thing is, when you are a public figure, people think they know who you are. I actually don't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. It's hard. Like when it comes to dating, it's impossible. I will tell you. Most guys that I meet are fans of me, and they don't necessarily tell me that off rip.
What a
but
bar.
Come on. But
What
I'm
a
serious
bar.
though. Within like a couple weeks.
But I feel that though. No,
you feel me? Like, have y'all ever? I'm being serious. Have you ever dated a fan?
Oh yes, didn't work out.
We're set.
Yeah.
We're set. Okay, let me see where I'm at. Okay.
These motherfuckers busted, bro. Rose, hey,
Man,
biggest boss. You know.
it feels good to be back. Welcome back. It's another season 2, Milk Crate Music. Season 2, episode 1. And it feels like we have not been here in such a long time, but we're finally back. We got good old
Light Skin Larry.
and
Dance for those doing the most.
here to give you guys entertainment once again. So hopefully
Shut your whole ass up, bro. Siri
really just be
Siri
annoying
nosy.
out of nowhere.
It's real bad.
How did
Yeah.
that even happen? Your button on the
I
other
don't
side.
know. Oh, it's on the front, but
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I got put-
it just does that sometimes.
Keep it
and
rolling.
No reason. Yeah.
For I put Siri in her face.
No,
Hopefully you guys are glad to see us back. We have so much planned for the second season of like what we got going on. And I feel a little rusty, but I think we're gonna hop in here, be really great, have a fun time. And just because it is the start of the season, we have a very special guest.
Gotta start strong.
Gotta start strong in this. So strong. Larry, I see you've been working out, pumping that iron. So we gotta start strong.
Strong. We got a real strong, powerful, great, wonderful guest here today.
Dose.
Beautiful guest here today. Speaking of strong black woman, she's all over, everywhere in Milwaukee. If you're at the Bucks games, you've seen her, you've heard her. She's the first person you hear in the morning on the radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Melanie Ricks.
Hello.
Give it up. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Looking like you're looking all cute and whatnot. How
I had
are
to
you
look cute
feeling
for
today?
y'all. I'm feeling great. First off, I didn't realize that this is the first episode of season 2. I'm honored. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like,
Big.
I mean,
Yeah,
wow,
of
this is
course.
huge.
Big.
So
That's really
I'm
big.
extremely honored, and I'm really happy to be here with you guys. How are you doing, though?
I'm, day by day, living.
Day by day living.
It's good.
Yeah.
We upgraded from season 1 to season 2. We got these Steve Harvey mics now.
I love
We're
it.
not using the phones out
Yeah.
here no more. You feel me?
No.
We got the comedy mics. You feel me?
We sound better.
Sound a lot better. It's more clearer in here.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No more echo.
No
We're
more
coming up.
echo.
The echo.
Oh
is
my
crazy.
God, the echo is gone.
We used to be on our phones though, so
Right.
we
Yeah.
have to be real bougie for you. So we
No,
got
for
mics
sure.
now.
I appreciate that.
We did.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We bought this yesterday.
Literally.
Especially
We
for this.
overnighted it.
Dre was like, "Hey, send
especially
that
for
bread
this.
in, nigga. I need the bread." I was like, "All right, my phone. You want me to cash app you? I'm sorry."
Say
man."
that, say that.
He was dead ass. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
This was
overnight delivery, though.
overnight delivery. You gotta shout out.
Shout out Amazon.
You know what I mean? So,
But also fuck Jeff Bezos.
I was about to say. I canceled my shout out real quick in that.
You just gotta throw a fuck Jeff Bezos in that motherfucker. That's all it is.
You don't fuck
Yeah.
with Jeff Bezos, but
Fuck
you
no.
fuck with Amazon.
Yeah, but I don't fuck with Jeff Bezos.
I feel that.
Jeff Bezos is a shitty person, but Amazon got great quality. You feel me?
So who are you
Yeah.
supporting then when you
Yeah,
shop
like when you
Amazon? I'm just curious.
All my niggas that work at Amazon.
Period.
Third shift niggas. Hey,
All my third shift niggas
All
at
my
Amazon.
third shift
you feel
niggas
me?
in there going
Shout out my
crazy.
nigga Cordell.
Shout out warehouse.
you know what I mean? The warehouse. They be in there like they don't really be doing shit though.
They
Like,
be slaving, bro.
like
Don't
yeah,
let
we
them
know
lie to
somebody
you.
that work at he be in there kicking it. Like
I don't know if they really be kicking it.
No,
you
Amazon's
worked there
like
for a
that
while.
other one where
Listen,
they.
ask that nigga Dale about his Amazon horror stories, bro. He'll tell you, bro. He be in there slaving.
there's ghosts in there.
He be slaving, bro.
Y'all stupid.
Be slaving.
Y'all stupid.
Yeah, stupid. Okay, I want to start with something. Larry, why is your voice crunchy today?
All right, so look.
Crunchy.
And so
Yeah,
I got to
it's
talk.
real
I got to
crunchy.
talk in like a deeper voice today than
I-
my normal voice.
You're
because,
really it's really raspy.
yeah,
Today.
yeah. I lost my voice last night.
Do the roar with your
Nah, bro. So we had a house party last night, and yeah, it got
See?
hectic. It got real hectic. I looked at my shoes this morning, bro.
Yeah,
I had Dookies on. I had all white Dookies on. Air Force Ones for y'all who don't know what Dookies is. But, bro, I looked at them. They really is Dookie now, bro. They straight dirt. I don't know what happened. I don't
Is
know
that
when
why
it
y'all call them
happened.
that?
No, so the original pair of Air Force Ones had a gum bottom. Like the first pair had a gum bottom and looked like you stepped in boo boo. So called them
You're
Dookies.
from Milwaukee, Melanie.
I am.
Is this true?
It is true. I can confirm.
So wait, so y'all had the brown bottoms,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all would wear brown and white shoes.
What?
Nah, so the original pair of Air Forces wasn't a white pair, I don't believe. But the bottoms was a gum bottom, like when they first came out. It was a gum bottom shoe.
The clear bottom shoes.
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that, yeah.
No, not the clear though, the brown, like the
Yeah,
rubber
that's-
band. You
yeah,
feel me?
brown
Yeah,
ones.
like the rubber band. So they just be like, look like you
Dookies.
stepped in Dookie, bro. So them Dookies, you feel me?
I want to know what the house party is. So is it like a real house party?
No, it was a real house party. Like we was really in the house party yesterday.
It was like a frat party.
Yeah, it was
yes
like a
to frat
party.
parties, but you wore your all white Air Force
Listen,
Ones
I
to
did.
a house
Okay,
party.
so this the thing. I was at.
He walked in there off teleporting Henny. Don't
No,
let him.
This is a fact.
He came
too.
in there
This is a
already
fact,
lit.
too.
Anyway,
I came in there lit, but no, I was out and about before, and I just didn't have time to really change. So I was like, all right, I just got what I got on.
I
So
feel you.
Fuck it. But yep, now I gotta go drop that 100 for another pair.
Worth it.
Definitely
they
worth
up
it,
there now.
definitely
They're
worth it.
$100 now.
They
for forces?
$100, bro.
That's crazy.
Forces used to be $80, bro.
Bro, what? I remember when
80
they was
bucks.
like 70, 75.
And then Nelly
Low,
came
low.
out.
I remember
And then
somebody
she's
used
been
to
all
like
bad
just buy
since.
them and he would give them for me for 40. But you know, that's a whole different deal. Shout out to my
giving
boy.
inflation.
Shout out to my boy Felipe. We ain't gonna talk about it. That's all I'm
His
saying.
name really Felipe?
His name Felipe.
That's tough.
Shout out Felipe.
Shout
Yeah,
out
I
Felipe,
thought you just
dude.
made that up on the spot. I'm not gonna lie.
So Mel, I really want. I'm really like your outfit right now is on point, and you
Yeah, I
can
get-
show that camera right there,
Yeah,
like
if I could- if
your
I could
shoes,
actually, I'm
everything.
gonna-
Yeah, go
just
for
gonna
it. Go
stand
for
up.
it.
She got
Yes.
corduroys
So-
on.
So
She
we
can
got
start a
some
fire if
corduroys
she
on.
walked too fast.
Fire.
You know, we got the
Oh, we
color
twinning
cord,
today.
and then we got the dunks. I like them because they're like a classic, clean dunk look, but they have the gold swoosh. I told Larry they remind me of him. If
I'm
he were a
big.
shoe, this would be
They
Larry
do.
right here.
This would be light skin Larry.
You know
Looking
what
at the
I'm
light
saying?
skin Larry
It's
ones.
just something about it. Something about it reminds me in a
The
good
first
way.
one's
In a
coming
good
out
way.
great.
You know, I
Like,
wouldn't
look-
wear them funny like
Hey,
that.
look, I just got to say though, y'all both got corduroys
We did not
on.
match this.
That's
Y'all
funny.
both got corduroys
What are the
on.
odds?
So look, don't sit too close because y'all
Okay.
might start a fire.
You know, you're right.
Ah.
swoosh, swoosh. Yeah.
or walk too fast.
So what y'all doing? Shuffling cards?
That is funny though. But I feel like we give off like brother sister like
We are.
I
This
don't know
my
wavelengths.
sister, y'all.
Like for I'm
real,
serious.
like-
From the moment I met you.
Look,
We've been
look.
like cool, like beyond this and everything. So it's like really cool to have you here. I
Thank
do
you.
want to get into like your come up, your everything. So my question was, when you first started Bucks, what year was that made you decide that I wanted to start like taking sports and everything so serious?
Oh my
Can,
gosh.
can we start first with what do you do
Yeah.
with the Bucks?
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
how you started it.
For sure. So, wow, this is quite a question. So, I'm just put my age out there. I'm 31, and I actually started working for the Bucks when I was about 12. I was a junior dancer.
I ain't
And
gonna lie. I'm sorry to cut
Yeah,
you
go
off.
ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. When you said 31, a part of me, I'm just not old at all, but a part of me just wanted to make the joke and be like Kevin Hart and be like,
Damn. I'm sorry.
I just
No,
wanted to
it's
do
okay.
it.
Go ahead, Riz. 31 is it feels old sometimes. You know what I mean?
I mean, like 31 is like that's like middle.
No, you
age,
looking
right?
good.
Like middle age, I
Thank you.
guess.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
thing.
technically middle age.
It'd be
yeah, if
middle
we
age.
really
It
want to
is.
like.
but it's
like
like-
when I check the box, it's like the 28 to 40 box or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
that's
I'm
crazy.
up there.
But I mean, that's not a like. I don't think that's old. I don't think 30s is an old age. Now, when you
It be
like
these kids on
45,
TikTok that
then
make
I
you
might
look
be
old,
like,
bro.
nah.
Man.
I was on TikTok the other day and I got on I was just scrolling on the lives and there was
Yeah.
one girl on live and she like added me and everybody in the comments was like, damn, Unc. I was like, wait a minute. Who y'all talking to? Like, he old as hell. I was like, yo,
I'm 24.
I'm
24.
24. Yo, what do you mean?
What we talking about?
I was like, oh, she like 17, 18. I was like, okay, bye. I was like, ain't no way. I thought like they crazy on the internet, bro.
TikTok has gotten so wild.
They
with
so
just
mean, man.
everything.
The comments
Kids
is
are
bullies.
mean.
They so
Yeah.
mean.
Fucking evil.
Well, because when there's a screen, people forget there's a real human involved here.
Facts.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They
Facts.
just troll.
Yep.
But anyway, back to my origin
Go
story.
for it. There we go. My fault, my fault, my
No,
fault.
you're good. So I work radio, so I get it. We go off on tangents all the time. But don't worry, I'll keep y'all locked in. But yeah, started when I was 12 with them, and I was a junior dancer, and then it was always my goal to dance for the team professionally, like be an adult dancer. And so I literally stayed here for college just so I could dance for the Bucks. Went to UW Milwaukee, shout out the Panthers, who are playing great right now, by the way, the men's basketball team. Y'all need to get to a game. You know what I mean? Period. And I danced with them for 4 years. And my last year dancing, well, first off, I studied broadcast journalism. And my senior year of college, was my 4th year on the team. And they knew I was studying broadcast.
You were studying how to talk to people?
I was studying how to talk to people because I wanted to do this.
Okay.
I essentially wanted to do what y'all are doing, And so it's still my goal. Like, I want to be an Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Have my own network, have my own show. You feel me? All that.
That's hard.
I mess with that.
But anyway, I filled in for the in-game host that they had at the time. And it's funny, y'all. They had me fill in wearing my dancer uniform. So I was in a 2-piece. And back then it was an all-female team. So like we were in bikinis, basically.
Oh, no.
So I was on the mic in a bra and some short shorts. Like,
Everybody's
what's up,
probably
Bucks
so
fans?
confused.
So confused.
Who
but
gave the cheerleader the mic?
you know what I mean?
Get her off the mic.
You know what I mean? And eventually they got me some real clothes while I hosted, but I've been doing it ever since then. And you know, the Bucks are a huge part of my foundation, and dance is a big part of my foundation. I feel like you feel the same way because it's led you down other paths.
For sure, absolutely. I mean, it's a good start. If you know how
Great
to do
start.
it, you take it very serious because it takes you a lot of places. So.
Yes,
No,
it does.
for sure. Yeah.
So you a choreographer too, right?
I am. So I also, going back to your question, I'm currently an in-game host. I'm also a sideline reporter for the Bucks, and then I also coach the dance team.
Oh yeah, you going nuts.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, you
Okay,
doing-
so you got like
you got your
three
hands
different
full.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It sure sounds like it. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, because you are also on the radio too. You kind of known around here in Milwaukee. How's
a little
that?
You know, it's funny, y'all. When I was a kid, I used to always want to be like Disney famous. I just knew I was going to be a Disney Channel kid, all
Period.
that. Being actually known and famous, if you watch, I don't consider myself famous. I'm Milwaukee famous.
People know you out here, man.
I mean, that's
Everybody know you.
still fame.
You know how
It
many?
is.
You know, watch
It's
how many
famous
clout we
to
get
a point.
off you just being on this podcast. They're gonna be
my
like,
gosh.
"Ooh, what Melo doing?"
They're gonna Google
It
you.
don't
and
happen
just-
for sure.
Oof.
It don't happen for sure.
Full episode.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is, when you are a public figure, people think they know who you are. I actually don't enjoy it as much as I thought I would.
Mm.
It's hard. Like when it comes to dating, it's impossible. I will tell you. Most guys that I meet are fans of me, and they don't necessarily tell me that off rip.
What a
but
bar!
come on. But
What
I'm
a
serious
bar.
though.
It's
Within
a bar.
like a couple
That's-
weeks.
But I feel that though. No,
you
yeah,
feel me? Like, have y'all ever?
it
I'm being
happens.
serious. Have you ever dated a fan?
Oh yes, didn't work out.
Dose, tell
Did
me.
not work
Come
out.
on.
It was like because they
I
expect
know who you're talking about.
they expect like what they see. So
I had to think about it.
Exactly.
oh man, so you give them this persona that you have.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to put this on. You have to be professional, but when that's done, I want to just be a person. I just want to be able
That's
to talk
it.
to you and just like chill. And it was not that. It was
never that.
always like, I don't know, it was really fanned out and I just didn't feel comfortable once. And that's what was bad about it. Like I wasn't myself. I was this persona that she wanted. And
Exactly.
it's like, yeah, no, we can't do it.
Exactly.
See, it's really weird because that's always been one of my things. Is like I never want to date a fan, and I also don't want anybody to know what I do. If I like want you to be my partner, I don't want you to know what I do because what I do is super weird and it isn't for everybody. And they definitely look at it as in like, oh, he's doing something. Like he's in the industry. Let me just like slide my way in there. You know?
I hear you.
It's hard to trust people
Yeah.
the more success
Yeah.
you get
And then
Well,
with things.
I was gonna ask, sorry, is it hard to date being in the industry that y'all are in? Because I would imagine being in the club scene, I don't know how you can ever have girlfriends because how can your girlfriends trust what you're doing? And then how are you
Very-
fighting off temptation? Like real talk though, you know, because you're guys.
I
There's
mean,
a lot of women. throwing
temptation's not
themselves
that
at
hard
you.
to fight off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
people think like,
temptation part.
like, I'm a hell of a
Really? That's
nigga
not
too.
hard.
Like
Okay.
girls
That's
just
not
think
hard at
they
all.
like up there, and it's like I'm turning down a lot of pussy. Like don't think I'm just
Really?
like
Okay.
you know. But
That's a
it's
You're
fact.
not just taking what comes your way.
no, not at all
Okay.
because it is.
I
That,
got
you know
bougie
when you're
dick.
out there, when
Right.
you
As you
out
should
late
be.
night, like they seeing you on stage, they seeing you do all this, like they want that, so they just gravitate towards it. So
Right,
it's
right,
a lot
right.
of times where it's like it's very uncomfortable because I just know you don't even want to know me.
Exactly.
You just want what I got.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel what I got.
Exactly. Yep.
No, yeah, I would say the temptation part not hard, but the trust part that come along with it is the hard part because, like you said, like it's girls out here, and even though I might not be looking for a girl or I might not be trying to talk to a shorty that night or something, it's gonna be women that come up to me regardless. So it's like, yeah,
Like, you light-skinned Larry?
You gotta
Right,
just
100%.
you gotta
Flesh,
just hope
baby.
that she like trust you. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right,
you gotta
right.
just kind of build that trust, but.
For sure.
Sorry. No, that happened last night, bro. Swear to God. I'm sitting there,
happened?
bro. Okay, so this random girl, she like fell up the hill. So I tried to like pick her up. Like I was like, you straight? Like you good? And she was like, yeah, I'm fine. Woo, woo. I'm like, all right, just make sure you like get home safe, whatever. She was like, no, I'm trying to go home with you. And I was like, I'm just want to make sure you okay.
Right,
like,
right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like
You
ain't got no
homeless,
jacket.
ain't you?
I'm like, you, bro,
homeless, ain't
dead
you?
ass, but she ain't got no jacket on, no nothing. I'm like, yo, like, you should
Yeah.
just get somewhere warm. She was like, yeah, warm with you. I'm like, nah, this not. I was like, you don't even know who I am. She was like, yeah, you're light-skinned Larry. I know you. I was like, yeah,
Dang.
See,
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I have your pictures all in my walls.
I was like,
See,
yeah,
not too
nah.
many people can relate to that.
No bullshit. And I didn't realize that. Like, I didn't think that was a thing.
It's a
But
real
it's
thing.
a
And you think you want the fame, the clout, but what comes with it is not what it
It's weird.
seems. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's so weird.
I will always
I
thought
just want
like
the money
when you
before
have
we
it,
do
it
it.
was like a respect thing where like people will see you and it's like, yo, like I respect what you do. Like with sports guys, like they get it a lot where they don't get that weird conversation. It's always like, good game, or oh, that's such and such. Cool. But with us, like entertainment, like people think they're so easy to approach us, where it's like, oh, that's him. I'm finna go talk to him. I'm finna go ask for a picture. I'm finna go do this. And it's like, I am a people's person, but I also like my space. So don't just like.
And they don't understand that. They don't understand that like we're humans. We need space. I don't know you. You know everything about me. Like you see what I upload. You see where I'm at, who I hang out with, every like A, B, C, and D. And then if you get a DM from them, they're like, oh, like let's kick it, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't know you. You have like 200 followers. You post.
You got 200 followers with no pictures on your.
Exactly. I don't know
got a
you.
profile picture.
Yeah.
You a criminal? What is wrong with you?
Like that's the scariest thing. You really walk up thinking like I'm supposed to know your whole life when I don't even know your name.
Right.
And I could care less. I'm really bad with names too.
I suck with names. And oh my God.
I
But
can remember your face, but I cannot remember names to say.
I'm good with face. Terrible with names.
Speaking like do you meet a lot of people in your business? How is that when you have to know this person and you forget their name completely?
I am
Like-
really good at pretending like I know who you are because those,
Same.
and I wonder if y'all know this
I do
too.
that shit.
There are people who will approach me, call me by my first name, talk to me like they know me. And it turns out we've never met, but they just feel familiar with you. Like you said, if they watch your content, if they see your life on social media, they feel like they know you. They're your friend. Like they have this like right to be really comfortable and just approach you.
Right.
And like Doe said, I think we almost give off that persona of being super down to earth, relatable, like approachable. And I think that's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing when people almost get too familiar with you.
Yeah.
So I have to, I've gotten good at navigating and pretending like I know somebody. Because honestly, there are people who approach me at games. And I'm like, have I met you before? Or are you just being really nice, So I just try to be nice.
I want people to treat me like Giannis or like LeBron. Don't approach me.
Really? You don't like being approached?
Not really.
Interesting.
Like it depends.
I feel like, all right, for me, I don't like being approached either, but when I do get approached, it give me a little ego boost.
For sure.
It give me a little.
Just a little, like I'm doing something.
So we at the house party, right? So when I pulled up, and I pulled up with the coat, I had the shades on, and I'm walking in, and I could just hear like in the crowd, like, oh my gosh, that's Dose. And I did feel like I was like definitely in Hollywood just. And I was like, yeah, that's me, nigga. Watch out. Move, niggas, move. It's me. Watch out.
Same like you growing up, it was always my goal to be like known in Milwaukee. And that was always
Nah,
like
I didn't
my
care about
number
being
one
known
thing.
in Milwaukee. I hate
Milwaukee's
this city.
fun. Milwaukee lit, man.
It's because I grew
I
up
hate
and
this
it's
city,
like
bro.
I knew I always want to hang out with the people who were known during that time. And a lot of them aren't around anymore.
Something like Little Chicken.
No.
My fault.
Yeah, no, you're good. But a lot of them aren't around anymore because such and such situations. But I always saw that and I was like, oh, it's cool. Like Chris was one of the OGs, Chris G. We had him on here. And I saw him just like hanging around. And I always tell the story where I met Chris at Lucid one day and I like dabbed him up like a fan, like, oh, I really fuck with what you do. And like, I give you props. And then it happened that a year later, we're working side and side together. And then like that, you just, people start knowing you. You start hanging out with people who are like quote unquote Milwaukee famous.
Yeah. I always wonder if Mondo felt like I was a fan when I first like walked up to him. Because I definitely was like.
I think he
Kinda
enjoyed
like-
more your authenticity of giving him props. Like, oh, like you
Yeah.
fucked this up. Like
'Cause-
you're good at what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I approached him as a fan, but I definitely was like, yo, like you killing shit, bro. Like I kind of want to learn from you. But then
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
think
I mean, it
that's
worked.
like
Yeah,
sometimes
sure.
how it starts. Like you have to be a fan before.
Yeah,
Do you
sure.
have people like, I know the position you in is very important for like, I guess, being inspired by certain things that you do. Do you have people coming up to you asking you like, yo, what kind of advice? I'm trying to be in the same position as you. It's like black girls. Like, what advice do you have for them when they come up to you and talk to you about stuff like that?
First off, I have people from all walks of life. You would be
Mm.
surprised. I have a lot of people that come up to me at games. I get a lot of DMs. And then I get a lot of people that like even will message me on like LinkedIn, just asking like, what can I do to get to where you are? And oftentimes I tell people, first off, it's not only believing in yourself, it's repetition. It's putting yourself in certain spaces and surrounding yourself with people who are going to help get you there. I feel like it takes a village no matter what. I didn't get here on my own. You know what I mean? I got here through the grace of God and through the help from the people around me. And I feel like oftentimes a lot of people feel like they can't create these opportunities for themselves because maybe they don't have the resources. They don't have that village, if you will. But in today's digital age, look at what y'all are doing. You created this platform for yourself. You know what I mean? And I think anybody can do that. You just have to know and trust that. Yeah. And not only that, manifest. That's what you did. You dapped up Chris G. A year later, you're working with him. You're one of his homies. You feel me? And I believe that that's a manifestation, whether you realize it or not. So I think just believing in yourself and then putting in that work.
Who was one of those like inspirations for you before you like started this?
Oprah.
I know you said Oprah.
Oprah for sure.
Yeah.
But then another thing, I was very inspired by Andrea Williams, who's the original Bucks Endgame host. She's a Black woman. She was the first Endgame host they ever had. And I was like, I was 12 when I was watching her, and she was a dancer and the in-game host.
That's beautiful.
And I literally became that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I started doing that, and I didn't even realize I was manifesting it, but it started at that time.
Yeah. Okay, so you started dancing at
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Period.
Manifestation.
Period.
So were you young? Was that like your mentality? Because you started working with the Bucks like at 12. What were you doing before then? Were you taking like dance classes? Were you in the whole ballet, all that? Like what? And was that your choice, or did your parents put you into like stuff?
Really great question. So everything happens for a reason. My mom is number 9 out of 10 kids growing up. Yeah. And my mom was born in 69, 69. And she, you know what I'm saying? Can't help it. You know what I mean? I'm a that's what she said kind of person.
Yeah,
so
I love it.
But my mom, number 9 out of 10
Hesitates.
kids. And she was raised by a parent who was, if you think about it, raising kids in the 50s and 60s. So old school mentality. And with her being number 9 out of 10, she couldn't afford to be put in dance, and she always wanted to be a dancer. So she told herself, when I have a daughter, she's going to be a dancer. So I started dancing at the age of 3. This is all because my mom and her parents not being able to afford to put her in dance. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would be sitting here with y'all today.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I really do believe
Wow.
that everything starts even before, we're born, because it's the universe working. You know what I mean? And the universe works in our favor always. And what's meant for you, it won't pass you by. And I just feel like it wasn't meant for my mom, but she was meant to be in this industry, in this life, if you will. Because knowing my mom now, she's definitely not an artist. She's not, but even though she always wanted to be a dancer and enjoys dancing, and she still takes like stepping classes and stuff, it wasn't intended for her, but God knew it was intended for her offspring, me. And, I know she feels a lot of gratitude in not having certain opportunities, because she's just so sweet that she's like, it was meant for you to have certain opportunities. And you were meant to not only to just dance, but you were meant to change the people around you in your community and the world, if you will. And I really do believe that. I think all of us are changing the world in some shape, way, or form.
Definitely shout out to your parents.
Like,
that's really beautiful, because it's, there's ones that really plan out things for their kids, and there's ones that just support their kids. And like for them to have a plan where from young, so they really put you in this position to be where you at, to have that confidence because you started so young.
Yeah. And with that, do you feel like this was your dream, or do you feel like your mom was really pushing her dream onto you?
I love that question. It was her dream initially, but I don't think I was meant to I don't think dance was my end all be all. I think dance was my springboard. I think it was my starting point. You know what I mean? Because I'm still involved in dance. Like I said, I coach the dance team, and then I'm a choreographer. I don't think I'm a dancer though. Like I am in my soul, and in my core, I'm a dancer. But I think that it was meant to push me into the broadcast route, push me into more of like the emceeing, hosting route, and, community engagement and doing stuff like this. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was definitely my mom's dream that evolved into something bigger.
I will say you have the perfect voice for any type of broadcasting or like news, anything like that. Like when I hear your voice, like it automatically just gives me like today in Milwaukee. Like,
Yeah,
like
thank
it's
you.
just like, I don't know, it's fire though. Like
Yeah,
it's really hard
thank
to
you.
tell. No,
You could just
There's
tell.
some people who just have that.
Just,
like,
yeah, that's what I was
got
gonna say.
that
Some people
voice,
you could just
like,
hear it. It's like, oh yeah, that's what she does.
Yeah, like you could tell that even if she didn't do it, that's what I would like. If I knew you and then you didn't do any of this, like I heard your voice, I'd be like, nah, you need to talk. Like
sure.
you need
Thank
to
you.
talk for a living for sure.
How was
Like, that's tough.
how was your career as a cheerleader for the Bucks?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I
Yeah.
loved it. It was a different time, y'all. We used to sit on the sideline during games.
On the floor. I
Isn't that
remember
crazy?
that
On the
shit,
floor, like
This
on the
was-
court side.
at the Bradley Center.
At the
Yes.
Bradley
So
Center.
this was from
Okay.
2009
worked
to
there.
2013. I danced. And
Word.
yeah, it's really crazy. It was like the Brandon Jennings years that I did.
Top tier.
That's
years,
tough.
man.
Yes.
Top tier
What was the
years.
transition
Michael
like for
Red.
that? Because I know it's the Fiserv now, so it's
Yeah.
Bradley to the Fiserv. Which one? How's that transition? Two? Which one do you like more now?
Oh man, I have so many like just beautiful memories from the Bradley Center. So to answer that question first, I like Fiserv more because we've obviously been a winning team at Fiserv Forum with us having Giannis and just us having a different mindset. So the owners that came in and took over, they're from New York and they're billionaires. They brought a different mentality to Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They brought that big city, that major city feel. They brought some big city money, you know what I mean? And they helped change the culture. You know, I think for so long, the basketball culture in Milwaukee just wasn't the best. Even though the Brandon Jennings years, they were great. They were prime.
Yeah.
We weren't winning.
No,
You know what I mean? We didn't have the pieces that we needed. So I would definitely say I prefer Fiserv Forum years, but I miss the Bradley Center. I think you can't even touch that. Those were golden years.
Yeah, I used to work at the Bradley Center.
Really? What did you do?
So I was a stagehand and I did crossover. So I do like the floors and stuff and build concert stages whenever they had concerts there. And yeah, I loved the energy at the Bradley Center. But when I switched over to the Fiserv, you could definitely feel that switch. Like it got more professional and you could just kind of feel the energy change when we went from Bradley Center to Fiserv. It was crazy.
I like that.
Well, and to answer your first question, what was the transition like? It was exciting, but it was nerve-wracking because we didn't know what it was going to be.
Right.
And literally, y'all, it's so funny because we weren't very good at Bradley Center at all. Yanni's first year, we won 15 games. You know what I mean? We're notorious for saying that, but literally 15 out of 82. You know what I'm saying? We were the worst team.
I remember that, bro.
You know what I mean? It was horrible.
Giannis like, why did I come here?
You know,
I want to go back home. I want to go back to Greece.
I remember.
It's so crazy.
You remember the year when we went to the playoffs and we got put out by the Bulls? And I think it was done in Bradley Center. I think it was like 2015. Went to the playoffs, got put out by the Bulls.
Yes.
And we got like 80 ball by the Bulls. I was at that game.
And not only that, but it was a Bulls home game. Do you remember how it was a sea of red?
So bad. Like, yeah, I swear it literally felt like a Bulls home game.
That was in Chicago, right?
Oh, it was
like
crazy.
It's crazy.
When did you fall in love with sports? Like, when did that become a thing?
Yeah, were you always a sports person?
Always. I grew up with
wow.
three brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. I was raised by my mom and with my three brothers. And I have a 13-year-old sister now, but she came about when I was an adult. So like growing up, I feel like it was a very like testosterone-driven, sports-driven household. Huge NBA fan, huge NFL. I was a big wrestling fan. I went to the WWF, WWE matches. I still have like my foam fingers from it. So yeah, I was always into sports.
That's fire. That's fire.
I learned that I could lift my eyebrow because of The Rock.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I could smell what The Rock was cooking, you know.
Yeah, real one.
You feel me? It was usually bacon.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Okay, so
Bro, I think I saw JJ at Planet Fitness. I'm working out, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. You know I don't be on that. I'm working out, and I look, and there's just somebody walking on the treadmill, and I was like, "Is that nigga? That is JJ, bro. He just walking on the treadmill, slow as hell, old as hell." And I was like, "Dog,
hey, bro,
it's Jimmy."
Fucking liar.
So crazy.
You know the Fawn? You know it's a Fawn statue in Milwaukee? I know
the
you're not from
Fawns.
here. So like, I don't know if you know that.
Who
Yeah.
the fuck is Fonz?
Like,
oh, really? There's a
that
Fonz
ass
statue?
you've never
Why
seen
is
the
there-
Fonz statue?
I've heard of him. Why is there a Fonz statue?
I don't know.
Bro, did y'all, speaking of statue, did y'all see the new sculpture they did for Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that? Can you look it up, Melo?
Yeah.
Search it up, please.
Bring it up because I
it just
have no
don't-
idea.
Yeah, no. Speaking of
Milwaukee?
speaking of MLK and shit, bro. Did y'all see the? I know he sent it to us, bro. But did you see the flyer that like some bar in Tennessee made or club in Tennessee made? They had MLK for MLK Day, and they had him like with a crown, popping
Yes,
bottles.
you got
Oh
it.
my god!
As the flyer.
It looked like he eating Miss
You're lying.
Coretta's pussy
I
out.
gotta show
you got to show
outside.
her. You got to show her. It is.
It looked real
insane.
weird. Can you flip this so that
We had
Mel
like
can
8
see?
conversations.
Flip it. No, you're good.
Shit.
You'll flip it and turn back on.
Casamigo Fest.
Not
MLK Casamigo Fest.
Low-key is lit though.
It's kind of,
but
but it's
Is
like,
it-
damn.
Is it
giving-
on?
Is it giving disrespect? Like what is
It's
it giving?
giving you that episode of
Push
Boondocks.
the
Yes.
wires into the back. There
So would you niggas please shut the hell up?
you go. It's on.
If this what I did for,
You ignorant trifling.
you stiffless Negroes.
What we got?
Okay, so
And
this is the sculpture,
what is this?
and it
Is it a heart? What is it?
looks like
It's
I think they're
supposed to be.
hugging.
Arms
It's supposed to be a
and
heart.
everything? Okay, I
It's supposed
see.
to be like
I see the
arms
fingers.
and time. Yeah.
I see the arm.
Where is this?
this is in Boston,
Yeah.
In Boston. Okay.
and they made a
look
sculpture
like some legs.
for Martin Luther King. You know, because Martin Luther King must. It looked like he lifting Miss Coretta up and eating her pussy out. That's what it looked like, and I don't like I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. See, no, anybody want to say it, but I'm going to say it because that's what it looked like.
For audio listeners, this is a statue in Boston.
Google it.
It is like a bronze statue, and it is a pair of arms hugging.
Look at
each
that part.
other,
this is what I saw.
where it does,
and I saw
like
it, and I was
one
like,
pair of the arms is picking up the other pair of the arms, but it's literally just arms, nothing else. No body.
Can you
no
show
torso.
I think there's an image of where they got it from though, so it would make more sense what you show, like the actual picture of why they made the sculpture.
Put this
but
in the
I didn't see that before.
What am I doing?
Put it in the camera.
Oh, I'm gonna insert this.
You want to insert it?
I'm gonna insert that.
Where is that
That
at?
one's
That's in
insane.
Memphis?
Bro, it's in Tennessee, bro.
Tennessee?
Yeah, I don't know where in Tennessee though. Nashville.
The flyer?
It's in Nashville.
Nashville's
First
wild.
off, bro, if it was in Memphis, I'd be like, all right, niggas wildin'. But Nashville, the country,
got that.
Like,
Martin Luther King look like Meek Mill on the goddamn flyer.
Sort of.
with 2 bottles of Casamigos.
And one of them, Cuban Link. Y'all missed the
bro,
Cuban Link.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. One of the bottles of Casamigos looked like a bottle of like wok. You feel me? Like it looked like some lean. It don't even look like it's Casamigos.
Our people would be so mad at us.
What is wrong?
Martin Luther King would definitely gave up on us like in 05. Like if he was still alive, like around like 2005, he'd be like, no, fuck these niggas. Like
I did all that work for what?
As R. Kelly tape would have came
as
out.
soon as the R. Kelly tape would have came, be like, no, y'all ain't y'all good for nothing. Terrible. Like Malcolm X would have been and shot somebody for real. Like,
no bullshit.
What the fuck is we doing out here?
What is we doing, bro? What are we
doing? What is we doing? What is we doing?
Okay, so since we're talking about parties and going out, and what is it? What is a typical like going out session look for you? So since you're popular here in Milwaukee, you know you do a lot of things out here. It doesn't even have to be now. It can be like back in the day when you weren't as big, but when you liked going out. What was your scene? Where do you like to like immerse yourself in?
I gotta be honest. I think it's the well-known thing. I don't like going out as often. Like I'll go and support y'all. You know what I'm saying? When I know that y'all are out.
Yeah, no,
but,
for sure.
Besides that, because I don't know. When I go out, I like to have fun. I become a different person sometimes when I drink. And I just like
gotta
let
balance
loose.
that work and play.
I just like being carefree. You know what I'm
big
saying?
is boss in this
Feel me?
We lit in that bit.
You feel me? Like that's me.
Buy a zip of weed, hit the club.
You know what I'm
pay
saying?
for about 10 niggas to get in. Lit in that bitch. What's up?
Like, and that's me, literally. So I don't like going out that often just because there's so many cameras, there's people, and I just like letting loose, being carefree. So I'm more of actually a house party kind of girl now, just because I feel like it's more private, it's more intimate.
Yeah.
You usually know most of the people there, so you're less likely to end up on somebody's page doing something crazy.
Exactly. Oh yeah, no,
you
for
know,
sure.
Like when you used to go out, I always had discussion. Would you prefer if the club had no phones, like a no phone policy? Would you think people would have more fun in the club
Yes.
if it was a
I prefer no
policy?
phones.
Word.
Yes.
See?
I think it would be way more fun. And I like clubbing, like I like dancing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when I think about it though, like when I'm in the club, my phone rarely come out. Unless it's like a moment where it's like, all right, I should post this for content.
Yeah,
like,
I feel that.
But other than that, I just
You're not checking your phone
be chilling.
in the club.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's more like me, like my line of work, having a cameraman, taking photos, and then my goal is to get like high-end people at the club, so paparazzi type of style, so photos, videos, anything that makes it seem like
but again,
there's a
that's
high profile
True.
person there.
That's just
feel
part of
that.
the business, you know what I mean?
That's just
Like,
part of the business,
Yeah.
and I fully understand people who come up to me and they're like, "Hey, tonight I don't want to be videotaped. Don't put me in the video." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna let you be a human. Go enjoy yourself. Go be
Well,
wild."
And to that point, it's what I said earlier. I realized even though I used to think I wanted to be famous, now that I've experienced it a little bit, I don't think I like it as much as I thought. You know what I mean?
feel
Like I appreciate it, but I don't know if I like it.
Everybody got to that point where like you get that feeling.
Yeah.
And it's like I finally got it.
maybe
It's not what you thought it would be.
Man, this is not.
It's harder than you thought it would be.
Let's
I have to
start
work
with-
harder now. Like
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
I gotta work harder
what
to
do
be
you
in the person.
What was your mentality before it all like blew up? Like, why did you want to be famous? What did you expect it was going to be?
I always felt like I should be famous. I like just always
Okay.
felt that in my bones. I'm like, I'm gonna be famous one. I just knew it. I
What?
can't explain it.
I feel like when you just know, like you can sense it, like
Yeah.
like because
It's
even
hard to
since like
explain
high
it.
school,
It is
I
hard to
kind of knew
explain.
that I just
Right.
wasn't a normal nigga. Like I just was like,
100%.
I'm not no
never
9 to
felt normal.
5. Like I know I'm not a 9 to 5 guy. Like
Exactly.
I feel like it had to be something.
See, and y'all get that as soon as I say it. Like
Yeah.
you may not know exactly what it is, but you know you're supposed to be known for something.
Yeah.
And I think once I got it, like I said, the dating thing, even like friendships and, people, I feel like people are so nice to me. And I'm like, are they nice because they really like mess with me like that? Or are they nice because it's me? Like, those are the questions that I ask myself, honestly. But I like to tell myself, you're giving good energy, so they're giving you good energy.
I feel that.
I
mean, with the times I met you, definitely just have good energy. So
appreciate you.
I will say that.
Vice versa.
I mean, with that, do you feel like when you meet somebody new, you have to like flip this switch? Like, I have to be the best person myself because they know me as this persona.
Yes, I am seldom vulnerable with anybody. There are very few people who I'm actually vulnerable with. And that's like a defense mechanism. I can't help that.
No, for sure. Yeah.
But I do think, so I've been told this actually with the Bucks too, by the way, not with like current people that I work with, but I've literally been told, even when you're behind the scenes, you have to be happy. You have to be positive. Because you will, and I've been told this since I was a child, that I'm the type of person where I can walk into a room and kind of change the environment, change how people feel. They say that when I enter a room, people notice, whether it's a good or a bad thing. It's not necessarily a good thing. And they said, but because you have an infectious personality, you have to be mindful of that even when you're not on camera. And that's something I've been told literally my whole life, but especially being like an MC and a host. they're like, even when you're not on, you're on. Like even when you're behind the scenes, because people expect that of you. And that's a heavy responsibility.
That's definitely a heavy responsibility. Because I'm the type of person where I'm just like, bro, if you don't like me, you don't like me. Like
that's it.
It's cool.
But people can't accept that always.
But exactly. That's the issue. So it's like, damn, I guess like I never really thought about that, to be honest.
It's real.
It's crazy.
And do you feel like that's affected you mentally or strained you in any way where you like have considered maybe quitting or doing other things? Like,
good question. Never consider quitting.
Okay. So you're set. Like this is what you want to do.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I was built.
Hey, no, shouts out to that.
I was built for this. Every time I'm on a microphone, I'm like, this is part of his plan. I know I'm born for this. It affects me mentally in that I do like to hibernate, isolate. Because after you're around a lot of people giving all your energy, like even for our radio show, we're, confined within four walls and we're talking to people over the airwaves, but it's a lot of energy you're putting out.
Yeah.
And I am pretty vulnerable, like on our radio show when we dive deep into certain topics. And so I think mentally it's more of the turning it off and like going from, let's say, being in an arena full of 18,000 people and being loved and adored to going home and being alone in my apartment. And it's like, who's loving and adoring me right now? And I don't always need that, but after you feel that for a few hours, it's hard to turn that off and feel and be alone, if that makes sense.
I feel that.
No,
I feel that.
Yeah.
I do. She got dogs. She ain't alone.
And he's right. I do have dogs. Dogs are very therapeutic.
Two big
dogs. Oh, I love my babies.
Yeah, I got two big ass dogs.
Do you?
Too. Yeah, they're my homies. They're my dogs.
Literally my homies.
Yeah,
you feel me?
I'll be like, I'll be talking to them and shit. Like they understand me.
Oh yeah, they understand me for sure.
I don't be knowing though, because they'll be just looking at me and I'll be like,
they understand. I always said if I want an animal to talk,
right.
I definitely wanted a dog to speak. Like if I had to choose an animal,
if I have to choose an animal to talk, especially you met Ali.
Yeah,
I need to know what he be thinking. I need to know what he be talking about.
Right.
He'd be like,
your dog, that's so sweet.
Bro, he like
he's a husky.
He a pit lab mix.
Pit lab. Oh, and he talks like that.
He talks. So look, this the thing. So my husky don't talk at all.
Okay.
But my pit lab, which is crazy, right? They talk all the time, but he don't bark. He don't howl. He don't do nothing. He don't whine, nothing. But my pit lab, nonstop. I feel like his DNA from the husky went into the lab or somehow. Like they just switch spots. Like they just so weird. It's so weird. But I love them.
Yeah.
And my dogs.
Oh, dogs are the best.
That was
no pun intended. I said they're my dogs. No pun intended. No pun intended.
I get it. That was a rough joke.
You guys are stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, that's insane. But
radio.
We
can still hear you, Lily.
Yeah, we can hear everything you're doing.
Look at her.
She done bought the whole Walmart, didn't she? No.
She just do it louder. Just
start shaking them.
We all get sprayed.
Yeah. But another big question that I want to ask, and I think a lot of the viewers would like to know, it's like, what do you think would be the best steps you've learned being in this career if someone wants to like pursue maybe radio or becoming a host or whatever you're doing, you know? Because it does take a lot of time, mental like dedication, and what are some sacrifices you've had to make this like possible for you?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. First off, I think you have to be persistent and be consistent. I think that, you know, if you have certain goals in mind, you have to dedicate the time, the energy, and you have to put forth a certain energy that you want to convey. Like, for example, I do believe in the law of attraction. I genuinely believe that whatever you put out, you will receive. And I think when you're a good person, when you surround yourself with good people, and when you work hard and you're motivated, you will obtain that level of success that you've always strived for. Like they say, if you're friends with a bunch of millionaires, you're bound to be a millionaire one day.
Yeah, 100%.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Fact.
So you can't, you know, run around with certain people that aren't doing anything and expect you to be the one that makes it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think far too often, a lot of people, they want to stay loyal to their day ones, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't allow your day ones to keep you
From
still in day
growing.
one. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm trying to get
for
to day
sure.
30 and 60 and 90 and on. And there are some people who are still so stuck in that. I've definitely had to let go of certain friendships because of that, and not completely let go. It's not giving Elsa. It's more just like I'll see you in a little
That's
bit.
a bar.
You
I
feel
don't
me,
think
though?
nobody caught that
Yeah,
bar.
it's okay. They'll get it later. They'll catch it later.
I'm like,
I'm one of them.
oh,
I'm nice with it.
ugh.
Or should I say I'm ice with it?
Don DeMarco.
Let me stop. They're not ready for this. But real
Don
talk, and I think
DeMarco.
you gotta know who you are and trust who you are. And there's gonna be some hard days, some bad days, but communicate that to your people. You know, I think when you are vulnerable, when you open up and tell people, listen, Dose, today is not it. Dose is gonna remind you who you are. Dose is gonna let you know, like, but you got this. I'm here. I'm supporting you. And I think it's so important just to surround yourself with those kind of people. And like I said, be persistent and be consistent, because those are the people who get it. These TikTok stars that seem to hit overnight fame, trust me, that was not overnight.
Yeah,
They
they've
have
been
put
doing
in
that
months,
shit. They've been doing
years
that
of work, you know, to get to that point.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
No, yeah, you was talking your shit. I feel like I gotta stop cussing so much.
No, it's fine.
Oh, you
What you mean? You grown.
Yeah, I'm grown. but
Whose
like,
podcast is
damn,
this? Come on now.
Talk your shit. It's just
Fuck
like,
you talking about?
right, it's just like so natural. I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, no, it's
I be
fine.
in business settings like shit. I mean, damn.
You said
I mean,
you,
like,
You want to have like your own talk show.
Yeah.
All right, let's have some fun. First person you want to interview on your talk show.
Oprah.
My mom.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that.
My mom.
I like
Mama.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
It's giving
that.
origin story.
Mama.
You know, I want to hear
Mama.
me from her point of view.
Word.
Alright,
That's
yeah.
actually
Have you
beautiful.
had
I
these
think about
conversations
that.
with her?
What's that?
Have you had these conversations with her? Or?
Yeah, kind of here and there, but never in like a formal setting. So I would
Okay.
love to like really interview her about
That's
like
fire.
me and
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hard. That's hard.
All right,
I
let's,
think I'm scared to interview my mom.
you gotta give me some,
Why?
I want somebody
I don't
famous.
know.
That's what I was
She,
getting.
like, my mom is the nicest person in the world, but she still scares me.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's-
My
oh,
mom
yeah, for sure.
terrifies me.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Like, you met my mom, right? I don't know if you really met
I've
my
met your mom.
But like,
Yeah.
but like, she just nice.
She's
And
super
then
nice. She's all like super tiny too.
Tiny. She like 4
Tiny.
foot. She like 4'10".
Oh, that's so cute. I want to pick her up.
Yeah.
So little. But like,
Just grab her.
but then at the same time, it just be like, you strike fear into me.
For
And I
sure,
don't,
as she
like,
should.
It's so
Well, because
weird.
you saw the bad sides of her.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, there's a respect
the
You
level.
bring out the
traumatizing
bad
part.
side. Don't be acting like people were trying to act like they
Yeah,
were just
nah,
so grand
nah,
as kids.
nah,
like we were some
nah,
badasses.
nah,
I was a terrible
Oh, I was
child.
awful.
Terrible
Yes, I was a
child.
brat.
I was a terrible kid, yeah. But nah, famous person that you want to interview.
Ooh, a famous Oprah.
Oprah.
It has to be my
Yeah,
goat.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Definitely,
That's real.
definitely. So,
Okay.
all right. Since we on these questions, what's your favorite album growing up? Like,
Nope,
as a
Crate
kid?
music.
Boom, boom, boom.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that.
definitely.
sincerely.
Definitely.
So is that one of your favorite
Fire,
albums?
more
of all
fire,
time?
more fire.
Yes. I mean, it's top 5 for sure.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
you know what? I will be honest. There are some albums here and there that like will penetrate the top 5, if you will, but
Yeah.
like Miseducation
It's always up
stays,
there.
You know,
yeah,
always.
just like fluctuates in and out.
Exactly.
After that, for
Great
sure.
album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Classic.
Definitely.
Masterpiece.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, literally.
an album that I have recently like starting to creep into my top 5. Speaker Box and The Love Below.
Yes.
Great album.
Yes. Great
So,
album.
I've been playing Vibrate for like
Mm.
2 weeks straight.
Mm.
Don't know why.
Why
It's
did
just
it
been in my
re-enter
head.
your stratosphere?
I don't know. Like
Okay.
it's just I was just okay because I'm a huge Outkast fan. Like Outkast is probably like if you ask me like who's your favorite rapper, I will always say Andre 2000. Like it's my favorite rapper. But I don't know. It's just
Why
I
not
was
Big
listening
Boy?
to the discography.
Three Stacks is different.
Nah,
Why not
hear,
Big
hear me
Boy?
out. Hear me out. Speaker Box and The Love Below really like broke down who was the star of that group. Because if you if you
100%.
pay attention to the Speaker Box, right? Speaker Box don't got many hits on it besides like the way you, what is it? I like the way you
move,
move.
yeah.
I like the way you move. Yeah. So like that, but name another one. You know what I mean? Off just Speaker Box.
Yeah,
But then you go into Love Below, You got Prototype, you got Vibrate, you got Hey Ya, you got Roses. Like, it's so many songs that Andre just
I
did
cried when I
by
heard
himself.
Prototype.
That's like, oof.
I was dating a girl at the time, and this when I like got back into Outkast, and I was like in high school, and I heard that song for like the first time since I was like probably like 5 or 6.
You said Roses?
No,
Oh, Hey,
Prototype.
Prototype. Oh, yeah.
And I like cried, bro.
That you're
I was like,
the
damn,
one.
that's beautiful. And it's like those songs that just like get you. Like when you hear a song for the first time, you're not crying because you're sad. It's just like you're overwhelmed.
It's
because how
such a
good
beautiful
it is. And It's
song.
like, damn.
When my dad and my mom got divorced, he played Roses on repeat.
Really?
Repeat. I know you like to think your shit don't stink.
Did that mess with you?
Saying crash, crash,
Right, that's what I'd be like,
crash to a ditch.
Like,
You
as a
really feel
kid,
that?
cause I mean, I think they got like divorced when I was like 5. So as a kid, I didn't really realize like what was going on, what the song meant. As I get older, I think it's hilarious. I was like, oh, you was pressed.
It's a crazy
Yeah.
song.
You was
Like,
hurt. Well, you was
especially
hurt.
with the
That
kids
shit
around.
is
He turned it
funny
up
as hell.
too.
Nigga, and he had a big ass F-150, so the nigga just drive reckless, so just in the car like bumping that shit, and with the big ass speakers, bro, it's fucking.
What's
a clown.
one of your favorite hip hop albums?
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
I was gonna say definitely Miseducation.
That's a hip-hop
still,
album.
but
That's definitely a hip hop album. Okay, I'll give you that for sure.
another classic, probably The Blueprint.
Mm.
The
Mhm.
first one?
Yes, the
Very
first one.
first
The
one.
first one. Yes.
Renegade.
That's Jay-Z's best album.
What?
I think so too.
The
You think
Blueprint.
so?
The first one?
I think the Black Album might be up there for me.
Black Album is definitely up there.
The Blueprint just like hit.
That's
Bop,
Renegade on there, right?
Yeah.
Renegade on there. Yeah, yeah.
And those are albums that
Song
remind me
Cry.
of my childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like those were not like I was a baby, but like
Yeah.
I still just remember those like bumping throughout the house
Yeah.
on our way to school. You know, when my dad would drive us. Speaking of, that's how I found out about Kanye through my dad. And College Dropout, that's also up there for me.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 in
Yeah.
general, but College Dropout will always just hit different.
Yeah, I'm telling you, College Dropout, and my favorite one is Late Registration.
You like Late Registration?
Registration.
Okay.
The first 3 songs on Late Registration, from the intro to I
Man.
Knew I Was Gonna See You Again to
Come on.
like that shit just oof.
I was listening to
and the way it
what's the name?
flows,
the little skits.
beautiful.
The little skits
Yeah.
on Late Registration.
It's
Funny
great.
too.
Hilarious.
If I go outside, I got the only clothing on.
How many cars do we own?
None.
How many cars do we own?
None, sir.
What did he say?
He said, nah, we sharing jeans.
He said, "Will we let our girl go be with a cat with a car?
Yes, we will.
Why?
Because we can't afford gas. Say it with me. We can't afford no gas. Say it. We can't afford no gas. So we ain't driving.
Do. Yeah, drive slow.
Drive slow, yeah.
Paul Wall had the best verse on that.
Man, what
He
would it
carried
do?
that song.
Crazy.
He carried that. I know that
Even
song
when he
back
comes
to
in.
front.
You know what I mean?
Front
Just
to
went
back.
stupid on it. Like,
Miss Paul
I
Wall.
love
I
it.
ain't gonna lie, Paul Wall might be one of my favorite rappers of all
Paul
time.
Wall?
Really?
And Paul Wall is top 5 white rapper of all time.
For
My
sure.
top
Yes.
3:
Top 3.
Eminem,
Uh-huh.
Mac Miller,
Paul.
Paul Wall.
I
No
feel that. I
bullshit.
feel that.
Nah, this shit is crazy, bro. Part like Sitting Sideways.
Come on.
Come on now.
Bro, he went
Um,
stupid on that.
Still Tipping. I know his
Still
whole
tipping,
verse.
Want to see my grill.
Want to see my grill.
My favorite verse
You
on
feel
that.
me? Crazy.
Shout
Crazy.
out Mike Jones too.
Mike
You know what I'm
Jones,
saying?
too.
Who?
281-330.
Mike Jones and Quavo
8004.
song just alike.
What?
Who?
Listen to a Mike Jones song. Just close your eyes. He sounds just like Quavo.
I don't think that's the truth.
Yep. It's 100% true. Y'all can do it. Try it when you're
Before I got my major deal, these hoes ain't give a damn about I feel. I don't know, man. I don't think Mike
Tell you,
Jones
bro.
sound like Quavo, bro.
They do,
I'm trying
bro.
to really like
I'm
got
dead
Mike
serious. It sounds
Jones
just
in my
like
head.
Listen to it.
Nah, it's crazy. You know what? Like, I don't think people respect that era of hip hop enough for me.
That was the best era of hip hop,
That
in my
era,
opinion.
bro, that era where
Early
it was
2000s?
chopped and screwed
Early
and
2000s.
niggas
Yeah, it was
talking about
tough.
chains.
Yin Yang
and,
Twins,
yin
all
yang
that. She
twins
got
and
hands up on
powers.
her knees.
Like, what? Like, I don't think people
Yeah.
respect that shit, bro. That whole era was crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
There was a lot of like dance music that came out. Like people
Yeah.
not creating dances no more.
Nigga, the
Like,
Whisper song?
Dougie,
I shouldn't have been
Cat
saying that.
Daddy, Sting Leg, all that came out within 3 years. Like all those.
You know, yeah, it was
dances.
like what? Like 08 to 2011?
Yeah, like you a
Crazy.
jerk. All that. There's no more like dance songs anymore.
Like,
I agree.
and it's
I
pretty
agree.
crazy.
Now TikTok makes dances for songs,
Yeah,
but
but
the
it's
song
like
itself
not a
isn't.
dance song,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Do the twister leg. Like there's
Right.
no like nothing no more. None of
damn,
that.
chicken noodle soup.
Right,
Like,
right,
that
right.
shit had a whole
my
dance.
gosh, yes. Imagine if we had TikTok during that era.
That's what I was saying too.
Man,
And I was
Chicken
saying
noodle soup
like,
was stupid.
Dumb.
like Vans, like got my Vans on, but they
Yeah.
look like
Yes,
sneakers.
all
That
that.
would have been a fucking
Air Force Ones. I mean,
Air
all
Force
them
Ones,
songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that would have been crazy. Like I can't remember
So-
what I seen a tweet. Somebody was like, imagine if we had this during TikTok, and I was like, yeah, no, it would have been a crazy.
Like the Ray Shrimmer, the
oh yeah, like
the
imagine,
little challenge,
yeah, imagine the
mannequin
mannequin
challenge.
challenge.
oh, that would have been so crazy
And that
on
was
TikTok.
just before TikTok.
And that was on
you know, 'cause it
Vine.
wasn't that long. It was
That was
on
on
Vine. Yep,
Vine,
yep.
like-
I remember
That
that.
would have been tough.
6-second videos.
Isn't that what TikTok derives from?
Pretty
Vine?
much,
Yeah,
pretty
ish.
much, yeah.
It was musically Vine, all that stuff.
He
Yeah.
probably know more about
Yep.
that than I do because he
I surprisingly, I actually missed the Vine age.
Word.
Really?
I never downloaded Vine.
word.
I was in this like mentality where I didn't know what I was doing with life. I didn't find that I wanted to do social media until I was like 18.
Yeah,
Like,
that
in
makes sense.
college.
That makes sense.
So every time I heard people like, "Oh yeah, you got to check out Vine. Go look at Vine." Never downloaded it. Never had it. Thought it was dumb. And now I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, that's
literally-
how a lot of people still feel about TikTok. Like, and
Facts.
I'd be
100%.
like, bro, y'all
Yeah.
missing a wave.
Yeah.
Y'all missing a
Yeah.
wave that y'all need
Definitely
to
gotta
hop
get on
on.
TikTok.
Like,
Because TikTok is, I mean, it's for everybody,
Yeah.
anybody.
literally,
You know what I mean?
it's 60-year-old grannies
oh
cooking
my
meals
God.
on
Come on
TikTok.
now.
Yeah.
Millions of followers.
Yep.
You'll
Off straight
spend
cooking.
5 hours in your bed before you wake up just because you're on TikTok.
100%.
Take your
Right.
phone off the charger.
Y'all
like an
ever
idiot. Let
y'all
your
ever
phone
scroll
die.
so much?
In
While you in bed.
And while you in bed.
While
on
you in
TikTok.
bed, y'all ever scroll so much on TikTok you get that little message and it be
All
like,
the
"Hey,
time. Yeah.
you've been scrolling for a while.
Like,
Maybe
get
you
off
should
the
take-
app, sir.
Maybe you should take a
Go
break."
take a break.
Your phone is hot.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Leave
I'm
the
like,
app.
I'm like, damn, I'm really on this, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing off. Then about 5 minutes later, I'm right back on it.
Who's
So-
one of your favorite artists right now?
Wait,
In
before we do that,
Oh,
I
my
really
fault.
want to talk about social media and like your career growing up because social media I feel like isn't new, but is definitely newer. And did you ever use social media for your advantage, or was there any like growing up? What platforms did you use?
I started on MySpace, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my
I was in
MySpace
8th
had
grade
songs
on
on
MySpace.
I have my top 5 on MySpace.
I had a
Yeah.
top 8.
Word, yeah.
Yeah.
You gave me 5 of them. Soulja Boy was in it. That's
I feel like you
Soulja Boy, Lil
would be
Wayne,
like
myself.
MySpace famous.
I was a little MySpace famous. I'm not gonna
Ooh,
lie.
okay.
I was.
Okay.
I would love to go back and just look at my old page. It was
Yeah.
all done up. It was so funny. But MySpace. So I remember I was friends with somebody in college, and they invited me to Facebook. So I got on Facebook like my freshman year, but you still couldn't even like get on there unless you had a .edu
Yeah.
or if you
yeah,
got an invite. So like I go back to those days.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's
remember
funny
that.
because I was dancing for the Bucks already when I was like on MySpace and Facebook, and we were already being told, be careful about your online image. Like I've been told from a very young age, the internet is written in ink. Anything that you put is permanent.
Mhm.
And I've always been so mindful of that. Like I hope you don't go back and find any like crazy photos of me or any like weird messages I send because like I was always told like at 12, 13, like this is permanent. Like
Yeah.
it can
Yeah.
come up with your future employer. So just be really mindful.
I played
That's-
sports growing up, so I definitely got that talk. Like I used to
know?
like be mindful of what I tweet because it was like D1 scouts are looking at you.
Yeah, for
Niggas ain't
real.
doing D1.
Ah.
I ain't
But
gonna
that
lie.
thing-
I
you
got
thought you
tweets
were-
waking up talking about God. I was like, praise God, y'all.
You're so
on a
funny knowing
Monday
dang well,
afternoon. like,
wasn't it?
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. I was a skateboarder, so ugh.
Oh, you were ratchet. No,
And
and I was
sorry.
an Odd Future fan. So,
Weezy
Yeah,
and Baby.
yeah.
Okay.
if they go back to my Twitter from like 2014, it might be raps for me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I didn't
might-
mean raps.
I might get canceled. I ain't
You better
gonna
go
lie.
tell them, hey, go find me in 2014.
Yeah, I be
You know
Twitter.
what I mean?
I be trying to go like, look, you know, you can like search your tweets.
Yep,
I be
you sure
trying to- I
can.
be like, please.
Yes.
Right.
Please.
Search certain words,
Oh,
delete
God,
them.
like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God. All right. Man, I can't get caught up like how
Can't get caught up
like Kevin Hart. I can't get Kevin Hart
No, I don't
I
get
can't
Kevin
get Kevin
Hart.
Hart.
Kevin Hart
Can't get Kevin
Hart
Hart in both ways. Can't
Yeah.
be Kevin Hart
in 2 ways. So
2 ways.
So
Yeah,
dang
can't
near
get Kevin
3.
Hart. Not with your lady or not on social media.
Not on
Can't get
social
Kevin
media,
Hart.
Not with your woman. On my
Don't
soul.
get Kevin Hart.
He got sex taped. How you get sex taped?
Got sex taped in the back seat.
In the
You literally
back
see that
seat.
back seat.
Still hasn't been explained, has it? Like who filmed that?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
How
Was
you
it
get caught, my
paparazzi?
boy?
Was,
Like,
was it her people? Like somebody
somebody
probably
knew
hurt
something.
people. I feel like,
think
yeah.
so too.
It was a
Definitely
random
hit
nigga
on
coming out the hotel horny as a bitch.
But there's no way they knew that was Kevin Hart. That's what I'm saying. Like, how
So,
did
oh,
they
they
know
fucking-
who that was? You know?
yeah, somebody. I'm
Crazy.
guaranteed it was probably her.
Yeah.
She
That
probably
sucks.
got blackmailed him, got some money up off him.
And that's so crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to be careful,
Yeah.
especially when you're a public figure. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you worry about that at all?
Yes. Very much so. I do. I'm very mindful of who I'm around. You know what I mean? I keep
Okay.
I keep my circle tight. Sometimes I do allow myself to just have fun and indulge, but then usually I'm like, it wasn't worth it. You got to be
It's
careful.
never worth it.
Never.
It's never worth it.
I don't think it is
Never
either.
worth
No.
Because one
We still got
moment
time.
could change everything.
Easy, bro.
My voice still
I
cracking. I'm
can't do it
24.
though. I never got
Problem.
into it.
I feel
Like
you.
cautious and
Fucking
shit
problem.
like that.
I went through like that college phase because I was at that wave when they were like storming colleges. Everybody had a Juul, but I never bought my own.
I'll stay on the tweeds over here.
Yeah.
You know me, I can't smoke the tweed no more.
Yeah. Could never beat me. But you know.
What that nigga Melo say? No, what your dumb ass say? He say he gonna cough so hard his heart gonna come out.
We was at George Webb's and he was coughing. I was like, "You gonna cough your heart gonna come out."
Oh, Larry.
That nigga Melo dumb ass in the back like he gonna swallow it like this and shit. Like,
Y'all are horrible.
you know what?
It helps.
I appreciate it.
You
though,
do,
like,
okay.
Because like, if you don't make fun of it, then you know what I'm saying. Then you just wallow in it. You don't.
People be trying to disable you so
know what I mean?
fast, man. It's like, man, you be all right, bro.
Man,
Like,
you'll be straight,
even with
yeah.
him, like he had his issue with like cancer and everything, and it's like was real personal. But like, you be all right. Get your ball head else also weird, bro.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, can
but
you tell me?
Yeah, no, had cancer twice back in 2019 and then back in, what was it, 2020?
2020.
What kind of-
Was it 2021? Lily. Lily. Was it 2020?
It was
or
2021, right? Yeah, it's recent because I'm a year out of treatment.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
2 years
that's
out of
it.
treatment almost, right?
1 year. No,
I'm saying
exactly
almost
1
2.
year.
It's not
No.
almost 2.
No,
Feels
yeah.
in 2021 to 2023.
No, because my last treatment ended the start of 2022.
Oh, got you.
So
Gotcha.
I think my last treatment was like at the end of December.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no,
Gotcha.
it was fun. It was a fun time.
Oh, so you're not even a year out
No,
yet.
Yeah, not even a year
Wow.
out.
Man.
But
What-
yeah,
what
it's
kind
a
was it?
fun time. Testicular
Gang shit.
gang shit.
That's a whole lot of.
Manly shit.
So
Yeah.
wow, both times obviously.
Yeah,
Was there like a cause? Is that like a lineage? Like what is
genetics.
that? Really? It's
Yeah,
just genetics.
I being Hispanic, I really don't know my family tree and stuff, so I don't know what I'm predisposed.
predisposed.
There you go. And
So I'm pretty disciple.
so
Disposition.
like once I got it, I told like my parents and all that, and they're like, "Yeah, I think your grandpa got it or had it," and I'm like, "Oh, so this wasn't something like you wanted to
Would've been good to
share
know,
with me?"
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that's how I felt with the heart disease shit too, because nobody looked into my grandpa. So I'm the third, right? So I'm named after my grandpa Larry, and he died of a heart attack at like 47, and no one like looked into it. It's just like alcoholism. Like he was a drunk. Yeah, probably heart went bad, but like then my dad had a stroke and all type of shit. I'm like, yo, there's something going on. Like there's something. And then luckily enough, did genetic testing, found that out. Did you do genetic testing at all?
Not yet.
You
no.
might want to do that shit,
I
bro.
might. My brother just got it done. I might do
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
But-
just to see if you carry, any other genes
other-
type shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
You know, it's one of those that like once something like this happens, you're like really careful, but at the same time, you also respect life, and you're like,
For sure.
whenever I die, it's gonna happen.
I'm like the complete opposite. I just stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. I mean, I care
Just-
about life, but I also stopped caring because I was like, I used to try so hard in college and growing up and trying to do everything. Like I was healthy, I was eating clean, I was working out every day. Like I was doing top notch, not doing
Yeah,
taking any like even I wouldn't even take ibuprofen with my head hurt because I was like, oh, naturally my body can fight it off. And then this
hell
happened.
You was tripping with that one. I get like migraines. I don't even play that shit.
bro.
I
I
just
just-
like 4-5 ibuprofens. Like I overdo it, though. This is very bad to like.
No.
It's very bad to me. But, like,
You can't take more than like 8, bro. You straight. 5 is okay.
Like
No
nah,
bullshit.
yeah,
Say it
I'll,
on the
like,
bottle.
pop, like 4 of my hand.
Yeah. No, but
Say it on
like,
the bottle, bro. You be good.
I mean, think about it. Like that was my mindset, and then this happened when I was 21. Like it hit me
It's
when I was
very young.
21. Yeah, and I was like, "Damn, I'm doing all this for what? I'm taking care of myself for what? If I could just die tomorrow."
Yeah, that's what my shit
That
was
was my
too.
mentality.
It wasn't even
oh,
that I
damn.
like, why am I taking care of myself? It was just more like, why am I worrying about so much? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that too.
that was like, I'm gonna just live, bro. Because you think about so much, and you like care about so much. You care about so little of things, and then at the point, it's just
Yeah.
like
You
fuck
gotta
it.
have that just in life, though. Like period. Like
See,
growing
now
up, I
just
never
don't
really
give
cared
a
about
fuck.
a lot of things, and it just helped.
You
me.
didn't care?
No, it just helped me with like being happy in life. Like,
Yeah, no
a
bullshit.
lot of shit people would just like overwhelm themselves in, and it's like I'm so easy to stop or end the conversation if it's going bad, or I'm so easy to walk away from something if it's not good for me. Like I don't have
yeah.
an issue with holding on to shit. Easy, let it go.
See, that was
and it's
my-
like,
that
I
was
just
my
didn't
thing.
really care about a lot of stuff like that. And even like with people's emotions, like if they were affecting me badly and they felt like a way if I was leaving, I'm like, oh well, you're gonna have to figure that out because it's
Mhm.
affecting me in a negative way, and I don't really want to be that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's how I feel now. But like when I was younger, I used to hold on to that stuff as long as I could. Just be like, because it was making me happy for a time being. but then it was bad for me in the long run, but I didn't notice that it was bad for me in the long run.
Right.
So I just wanted to have that little bit of happiness right there and hold on to that. And I was like, and now it's just like, bro, you not good for me. Like, you irritating, you toxic, you just annoy me. Why do I care so much? So it's just like,
I'll figure that shit out right away and leave. They'll be like, what's wrong?
Not even just people,
you.
just like things in general.
You just everything in general.
Yeah.
You the pappy.
You the pappy.
problem.
But yeah, no. And then all that happened. So the first time was simpler. I think the first time it was more emotional because I was like, oh, damn, like, I have cancer. That's weird.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, no, the first time was rough. But I caught it early enough where I just got like one treatment and they said it was okay. So I'm going like mindset, oh, it's all clear. I'm cool. I'm out of this. Like I did that. Yeah. And then like a year and a half later, it hit me again. And I was like, what is this bullshit? Because by this point, like I'm involved, like I'm doing everything I can.
We was heavy on shows.
Yeah,
too.
like I'm doing what I love to do because it was like my break into the industry. I'm recording videos. I'm doing A, B, C, and D.
You taking trips. You doing all that.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss any of that. So when they told me like, oh, it's back, and they couldn't do anything for me here, so they said, yeah, we're gonna have to send you to Indiana to actually like go under a specialist. And I was like, oh, this is serious. Yeah. Like, this is like full treatment.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to do 8 weeks. And one of the weeks you're in there 5 days a week. Like,
you have to wear
5
the
days.
little gown that show your butt.
No.
In the hospital bed with his back out.
Yeah, so I was in there for 5 days, 1 week. And they were pumping me for 4-6 hours.
Word.
Of straight chemo. Yeah.
Damn.
So I was sitting there and I got like super close to the nurses and I was like just chilling. And it was COVID too, so I couldn't have anybody with me there. So I was just
that's the saddest
in
part.
my thoughts.
That's the hardest part. Because I mean, I got the defibrillator, right? You know, even in it was 2022, they still wouldn't let me have anybody in the hospital or nothing. So I was just
and
like,
you're going through all this and it's literally just you.
Yeah, I was just in there like, well,
so much pain. Well, it's just me and my thoughts.
Only knew that the two of, I mean, that's traumatizing what both of you have been through. Do you feel
at such a young
do
age?
you have like PTSD or any like
So I don't think I got like PTSD, but I definitely have depression. Tell you that much, because like
specifically from that.
Yeah, specifically because I mean, like at the same time, you kind of you say fuck it, but like you still feel the shit. You know what I mean?
So
like
you can't help how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and I mean, it's hard not to have those nights where you like, is this it? Like, is this the day? Is this the day I'm out of here?
Of
like,
course.
And it just kind of just go through it. You just got to go through it, get through it, and just keep it pushing. So like when people complain to me though, like I know it's kind of like heartless or you know what I'm saying, but like when people complain to me, I'll be like, bro, there's so much more shit that I'm going through than your car crash, like or like not even like your car crash, but like yo oil change, like your oil ran out, you got a leak in your shit. Like okay, like that shit you can fix, my nigga. Like why are you so like distraught about it? And I'm just laying here like. I'm finna die. So
just so much shit you could be appreciating.
Well, and while I hear that, I think a good approach should be, because somebody's bad is not going to be the same as your bad.
Yeah, exactly. You know I mean, everybody, like, it's people that's going through shit worse than me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I don't ever treat them like, bro, shut the fuck up.
But
like,
it's
bro,
something
like,
you're thinking.
But it's something I think
yeah,
about. But like, I always try to be, you know what I'm saying, mindful of people, how people feel, because you know what I'm saying, like, because I don't want anybody to like this nigga just a dick. Like I just, I'm gonna be mindful of how you feel, and because I mean it is like it's small problems, but like it's your problems. Like
right.
I don't know what else you've been through this week that might have just pushed you over the edge. You know what I mean? Like so, I don't ever try to just be a dick about it, but it definitely be my thoughts like. Yeah, okay, bro. Like, just get your car fixed, cause just.
But I do think what happened to you
know what I mean? Like,
helps put things into perspective for others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think you are a good reminder to other people. Life could be worse, and like this is just a minor thing you're going through, and it will be fixed. It's a temporary, emotion.
I mean,
y'all have made me enjoy life a lot more.
That
than I
part.
should have. And I think that gravitates towards y'all because y'all feel my energy a lot when I'm around y'all. But it's like y'all enhance that. Like being best friends with y'all, it's like I don't want to see nothing bad happen to y'all, but it's inevitable.
I'll never forget, bro, when I first told y'all we outside. And I was like, damn, I don't want to put a damper on the day, bro, but it's eating me alive. And I feel like I just got to tell people what's going on. And niggas was just like, what? It was just like, I don't know. I just found out yesterday, bro. Like, I don't know. And that shit was so weird.
I think definitely you know how we go back to everything happens for a reason. I definitely think having this circle helped me go through like my treatment and kept me like positive and making sure.
Yeah,
I can
y'all
make it
definitely
through.
kept me positive, bro.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, without y'all, I probably would not have got a defibrillator. Like, no bullshit. Because it took me so long to agree upon that. But then when I kept talking to people or I kept asking and saying stuff, like, people like, bro, just do it. Like, we'd rather have a precautionary measure than, you know what I'm saying, not have anything.
We need you here, my nigga.
Like,
Exactly.
With your light skinned ass, bro.
You know what I
need you, bro.
mean?
We don't really got too many light skins in the group besides the one nigga.
No,
you know
God,
what I'm
the
saying?
main
So,
one.
like,
No, we lost the other one.
we lost the other one. We lost that nigga. So can't lose you, bro. It's because I'm not gonna go back to that nigga at all. Because he old one, boy. Crazy.
Oh my God, bro. I don't even want to get into that topic, but after we done, bro, I gotta talk to you.
Yeah, man, we can talk about it. I know, Melo, you said you had some questions for Melanie. Melo is our tech guy. He got all the research.
The tech guy.
Tech
It's good, tech guy.
You want to come over here and take over
You
my
give me
You
my
can take
mic?
my
Oh,
mic
so you
while I
gonna come on
reset my
camera?
camera.
Man,
Stay
hey,
behind the
yell it
scenes.
out loud.
If you don't bring your ass over here,
I should probably.
Do you want to come on camera? Yeah, come hang out. Are those
Okay, so
Melo's here.
heading into it, we replaced the light skin with the brown skin.
Light skinned
And,
Larry Voice just walked away from him. So he's out there trying to figure it out.
He went to look for
I
it.
think there's something wrong with Siri on my watch. Heading into this,
Yeah.
Melo, you got questions for our lovely guests here
We
today.
sure do.
You did your research, you dove in, you have a
he's the
lot of
tech guy.
questions,
Oh, goodness.
and we're gonna dive right into it. Melo,
It's-
lead it.
It's crazy. A lot of them, you did answer a couple of them during, so I skipped those. But we'll get right into it. People are more afraid of public speaking than dying, but it's something you've done so well for many years, on air and on screen. What brought about that talent? Was it inert or was it something you more so got into?
First off, is that true? Are you more afraid of public speaking than dying?
No, it's like statistically speaking,
You know what I mean? Who's
it's
some of these
like
people?
public speaking, death.
Really?
Really?
People would
Wow.
rather be in the coffin than the one giving the eulogy.
Wow.
I'll get up in front of an audience
You know what I mean?
and just
So
with
to
no
that-
fear in my heart.
With
like,
that being said, it's
Exactly.
innate. I do. I believe that. I think that public speaking is definitely, it's a skill set. It's something that you can get better at. I have always loved speaking in front of a crowd. I've never been ashamed, never been afraid. My mom put me in acting and voice lessons as a child. And,
Right.
and, you know, I would go to random auditions and I did modeling and like just all the things. And I loved every moment of it. And as a dancer, there would be opportunities like at the end of like our dance recitals or competitions to talk on the microphone. And I was always like, oh, give me the mic. I got it. So I think it's an innate quality for sure when it comes to me at least.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
That's actually really dope.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I was terrified growing up. For
Are you
public
still?
speaking. No.
No, now
No.
you're good.
Yeah, I'm fine now. No, growing up, I was very shy in high
Really?
school.
Never had that
Very
feeling.
shy in high school.
Never.
Like, I'd be shocked when people say that. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
wow, that's surprising. Because, like, literally, they'd be like, don't you get nervous when you dance or something? Like, I literally just wake up and do it. Like, I don't think about that.
I was also a very insecure little child because I was very overweight.
I like, yeah, I feel that.
Damn.
I was definitely insecure because that nigga called me
Aw.
Well,
fat
like-
all the time.
I got like bullied too, but I was like funny, so I would make fun of them back. Like people would be like, "Your head big," I'd be like, "Your feet big as hell too."
Yeah.
And like the person that had shoes on at the time,
The
so
thing
I
with,
was ruthless.
My first DJ, like my first time DJing in front of a crowd, bro, I just looked down. I just the whole time didn't look up once, bro. It was I was so nervous. I was
Damn.
shaking, like my legs was just like I was like, bro, I'm just
That's
going
so
trying to get it
cute.
over with. Like,
Damn, that's
I came
crazy.
a long way for real. I mean, think about it. When you first see me DJ, I ain't talking to mic at all.
That is true. You
At
just
all.
play music.
I just
That's
play
true.
music. I let the music speak for me.
You talk
So,
now.
we just do that.
You definitely
Yeah,
came a long way.
terrified.
Wow, I'm actually proud of you because
I
I,
am
do remember
too.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Like now I'll be like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna just
man.
talk my shit. But
repetition.
If you ever catch me though, like I don't know if y'all ever hear it, but like if I don't get a response from the crowd, I'll be like, fuck y'all too, and I just like,
Put it right down.
I
I've
like
definitely
that.
seen
I
that.
like that.
Legendary shit.
Bitch ass crowds.
I'm gonna end the show right now.
I swear, bro, I'd be like, man, fuck y'all, and I just go right back to it. Like, and I'd have definitely seen Manny look at me and be like, I'd be like, I don't know what to say, bro. Just go back to doing my thing, you know.
It was smooth though. You definitely do your shit up there. People sometimes say that they're like, oh, aren't you like a rapper now? And then you're like, nah.
People think I'm a rapper. They think I'm a rapper,
Light skin
bro.
Larry, bro. You
They
got a
like, what
rapper
you do?
name.
You rap? Nah. but I'm a DJ. They be like, word? I'm like, yeah. And I'm
Like, nah, nigga,
You
I
look
seen
like
you
you
rapping before. I saw you rapping.
I got one song. Like, I got one song out here, bro. Crazy work.
So you do well not only like representing like the team and like being a radio host, but also like representing Milwaukee. Like you rep Milwaukee in everything you do. Like what's something you wish the world knew about Milwaukee? What's something you wish Milwaukee knew about Milwaukee? And like what can you speak to on that?
Oh gosh, great question. Thank you. I wish the world knew just how lit Milwaukee can be. And I'm gonna talk to you, Larry, because he said something earlier, which was, I hate Milwaukee.
I do. I hate
Why?
Milwaukee.
Why do you hate
Why do
Milwaukee
I
before I
hate Milwaukee?
continue?
All right, listen. I hate Milwaukee for my own personal reasons. It's not like the city's small. It's not like it's because, whatever. But, I got to hold it close. My fault, cuz.
No, this was different. You have to like talk into it that way.
Oh, okay, got you.
That's
it's
how they
not
talk
that
at church.
Keep on rotating.
Don't
It's like
rotate.
an actual specific part that has a
So
mic.
it's-
Got you. Got church mic for sure. All right, but it's not that I hate Milwaukee and like I do hate the music scene here because I feel like we so like it's so much talent and I feel like people just overlook us and it's just like it get disrespectful at a point, you know what I mean? Like now, shout out to Certified Trapper, like bro, got the whole world doing this, you feel me? Like that's lit. But I hate Milwaukee in the sense though, it's just so violent. You know what I mean? Like I done lost so many people. I'm only 24 and I done lost half my friends to the city. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the reason I hate the city. It's nothing to do with the culture, it's nothing to do with the, you know what I mean, like the environment or the people, well, kind of the people, but like, you know what I mean? It's just the violence, really. That's the only reason I hate it.
And I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean,
Well, and I think, even with that, Larry, I agree with you. I wish people understood how much talent we have here. It's absurd. I mean, even just within the Bucks organization, our entertainment teams,
Yes.
we have the best dunk team I've ever seen anywhere.
Oh, for
Well,
sure.
globally,
What's that dude
I'm
name?
saying.
He's going viral right
Swaggy?
now.
Swaggy.
Going viral right
Swaggy,
now.
bro.
Different.
He dunked on 8 people at Sky Zone.
Different.
bro.
You feel me?
Crazy
And
work.
that's just a Tuesday. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like
Sure.
he's one of them. And I wish people understood not only how much talent we have, but I wish that the people in Milwaukee understood how much talent they have.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? I think that with you saying that you've lost friends in the city, people get too caught up in stuff that's not serving them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They get too caught up in the drama, the gossip, what's going on with the other person. You need to worry about number one. And I think if we all worried a little bit more about being successful, raising that ceiling, not getting stuck and complacent in our day-to-day, I think a lot of people are stuck in a habit, in a rut. And oftentimes they're afraid to break away from what they know.
Facts.
I think oftentimes they stay, like I said, with their day ones. And day one is not always going to serve you, on day 30. And far too often people are afraid to like break those ties, sever those ties. You don't have to sever them forever.
Right.
But it is important to let go every now and then.
Yeah,
And
facts.
I'm not saying that's what your people did. But I think people too often, they do get wrapped up in the idea of, this temporary feeling, this temporary excitement, this temporary, whatever it may be. But it's like, is that really going to serve you good in the long run? And
Right.
more often than not, it's a no. But people aren't thinking in the future. They're thinking about the right
Right
now.
now,
And you
yeah.
got to be thinking about your future self too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When y'all 15, 16 years old, stealing cars and running red lights and killing people and stuff, that is going to affect you in the future. And it not just affects you, it affects a lot of other people.
Affect your environment.
You know
too.
what I mean?
Mhm.
And so, yeah, you got to think about number one, but you also need to be empathetic and think about the others and how are your actions going to, affect a lot of other people's lives. And far too often we just don't. And I
Yeah.
think there is a certain Milwaukee mindset when it comes to that. And people feel complacent. They feel like this is it. This is the end all be all. And it's so not. It shouldn't be that way.
No, yeah, not at
There's
all.
so much more out here. Like
So
I'm
much
not,
more.
I'm not from
Definitely.
Milwaukee, and I agree with what you're saying. So when I moved out here, I enjoyed everything about the city. Like the fact that there's that downtown is very personable. It's not like
Yeah,
Chicago's
it's not-
downtown.
no,
where,
it's-
like,
it's
everything's
close.
super
Everything
big.
close,
You
yeah.
feel me? Like, 'cause you gotta travel, you gotta walk. Everything downtown here is very close. So it's like you could approach everybody like on a personal level and get opportunities and get stuff done with your dreams or whatever. And it's like I was able to do that just coming out here.
Right.
So
Fact.
the bad side of like the negative side of Milwaukee, I haven't
Experienced it.
been around. I haven't experienced. Like
Yeah.
I've heard about it,
Really?
but it hasn't been approachable.
That's
to me,
great.
You know,
I mean,
it's just
it's
the
just a
person I am.
beautiful
Where
thing,
like I
you know what I
don't.
mean?
I just move a certain way where I'm not just gonna be there anyway. You
Right.
feel me? Like you will
Right.
never catch me in those moments where like
Right.
an accident will happen. Like I'm really good on my gut feeling. If something don't feel right, I
Yeah.
don't
I'm
go.
gone. I'm
So
gone.
it's like
It
Yeah.
also helps
No,
that you
no
keep
bullshit.
God in your life. And I think
100%.
Keep
too many
God in your
people
life,
don't.
fuck
Nah,
nigga.
I
please,
really
bro.
think some people don't. Like, for
gotta keep
real.
God first at
Keep
all times.
God
And
in
it's
your
just it's real though, man. Because I'm
That's a
like
senior
I
quote.
walk under that light, and it's like I feel Him whenever it's like a situation. It's like
100%.
He gives me answers to situations.
If I'm gonna be honest
know?
though, when I first met you, I didn't think you were a God-fearing man.
Me, really?
Man, no bullshit.
Man.
Why do you say
Keep
that?
God first.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because of Armando, but
Nah.
I don't know. I was like,
Nah,
all
keep
right.
God. I wake up, pray every morning.
I was like, am I the only holy nigga in here? All
Pray
right,
at
for
night.
sure.
I pray when I'm driving, like just anywhere.
I think
I
my
didn't pray
problem
all the
is
time.
I cuss when I pray. But
Really?
God gotta accept you for who you are, right?
God does, and
Why
He
you
made
cuss
me
when
this
you pray,
way.
though? That's so random.
Is it
Because
just real?
motherfucker amen sounds so dope. No.
Oh, okay. I hear you. I hear you.
Motherfucking amen.
Okay.
Nah,
I've never heard anybody
Sounds
cuss
like
like
Pledge
that
of
while
Allegiance.
praying. You know what I mean?
Because when I pray, I don't pray like, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the day. Like, you know what I mean? I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just talk to God. You know, I
It's
just
a
talk
come
to God.
as you
So,
are kind of deal.
Yeah. So when I talk, I'm going to talk how I talk. So I'm like, what's going on? Why is this shit happening? Like,
But that's just,
show me the light. You feel me? Like,
he still accepts you though.
like protect me from shit that I can't see. Like that's a prayer I say often. You know what I'm saying? So like I just feel like if you made me, then you gotta accept me for who I am.
That's like, Jesus smoked weed when he was down here.
He made water into wine, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus was an alcoholic.
I don't think
What was
that
that
the
weed
case.
part?
I was just
Right. He's just talking.
if Jesus if we was around when Jesus was living, he was definitely would have smoked weed.
I mean,
Because they say when he was a preacher, he was a calm
God
preacher.
made
He wasn't
dirt.
like one of those yelling type guys. He was real smooth, real collective.
Only time he ever snapped was when they were gambling in the temple.
Exactly. That's what
That's
I'm saying.
understandable.
And that's some high shit. Like, what y'all doing with my money?
if God
got me
made
paranoid.
dirt, right? If God made dirt and plants, nigga definitely made weed.
Definitely made
and
weed.
cocaine. So who's to say?
You think he made
Cocaine
cocaine?
is
Wait a
not-
minute.
Cocaine is
That
a
is
plant.
not
All
organic.
Cocaine is a
people to be
plant.
That is
talking
not
about
a
that,
cocaine is a
though.
plant.
You
Cocaine is a
shouldn't be.
plant.
It comes from a plant, but the way they make it,
It's still a plant.
That's
So not
man-made.
natural.
It's
That's
still a plant.
man-made.
It's
You and
still a
I know,
plant.
Melo.
Weed not
My
natural.
fellow Mel knows
Niggas
what
be
it
putting
is.
the other shit in weed, bro. Come on now. Weed
Yeah,
not
but
natural.
like
Niggas put hormones in weed, bro. Don't do that.
It's grows from Moses
That's
used to
carrots.
grow.
That's
smoke
Reggie.
weed.
That's
You know,
Reggie
the
that's
burning
growing.
bush. That was what
That's
Moses saw.
Reggie.
He was high as hell when he heard Jesus.
Nah, that's a crazy statement.
No, it is. What do you mean?
He said he burnt that plant.
He burnt that
was
plant and he got high. He was like, "Hello,
weed. God.
Jesus?
God.
Hey, dog, what's happening?"
Yeah, we going to
just
hell.
hear
And he's like, "I'm gonna give you a stick. A
I'm
stick.
here.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, nah.
Spread the water with that stick.
He said Jesus.
All right.
He
I'm
said-
high as hell, Jesus. I got you. Say
he
that.
said-
I'll do that.
you
I'll do
said
that.
Jesus was talking to Moses?
Yes.
Jesus wasn't even an idea yet when Moses was around.
God. It depends on how you interpret.
You know me, I went to Lutheran schools.
Okay.
Well, I got
There you
this.
go.
I did too.
got this in
I
the
did too.
bag.
That's funny.
Difference.
No
Yeah.
bullshit.
Grew up
I'm
in
Christian,
church, boy.
folks.
I got this.
But do y'all? Because I don't go to church. I don't go to church.
I haven't been to church in a long
Church
time.
Me
is
It's
neither.
crazy.
Hey, they
still
say it
go
in the
to-
Bible. Church is the people. Church is not a place. bro.
I
Exactly.
100% agree.
Church is the people. It's a
Yes.
fact. Like just as long as like even if we come together and sing Kumbaya, you feel me? Like
No, for sure.
that's church.
I feel that.
That's church.
We
We talking
gonna
about
have to,
God right now. This church.
Church is in us. Yeah.
So we're gonna
I
have to
agree.
church this and end this real soon. We're gonna pass out the collection place because my hands is free. It's cold in here, my boy.
It is cold.
It did get really
So-
cold. Okay.
I'm gonna start shivering on the mic.
Yeah, Melo.
I guess we can wrap this up with
Hold
the
on,
final
hold on.
question.
You got Well,
What's the next
Um,
one?
ask the question. I got another segment real quick, and then we'll end
another
it off.
segment.
Okay.
All right. So, what's next for Melanie Ricks?
What are you working on? What is
What are you
next?
working on?
He's the tech guy. He's the tech guy.
This camera.
Tell them what you got
Well,
going on.
right here. This camera right here.
Well, honestly, I'm inspired by y'all and by a lot of my peers around me. I would love to start my own podcast. I would love to start. And the main reason why, to be really, really frank, I see myself as a network kind of person. And I feel like you have to create those opportunities for yourself. And what I want to do is I want to show people this is what you're going to get if you put me on your network. But I want to be in control of my destiny. And I want to design my show, my platform. And, I want to have more of an outreach. I definitely want to end up doing sideline reporting as a full-time job. And like I said, eventually, hopefully let that segue into a network job of some sort. But the end game is to be my own show host, to be my own talk show host, and just spread more awareness and I guess just like have more of an outreach, like I said, but also immerse myself in other cultures more. I mean, going to Abu Dhabi over the summer, it changed me. You know what I mean? And it's not too often that I venture that far out of my comfort zone. And so I want to do that more. And like I said, just be able to touch more people and connect with more people. And I want to become a millionaire. Like that's, really, you know what I mean? It's giving billionaire, but we're going to start with the M's, But yeah, that's what's next. That's what's next. Thank you. By the way, we could do Family Feud. I'm just saying.
No, for sure. We can definitely
Yeah.
we'll kill it. No, for sure.
100% we would.
We'll win.
They be like, Name a boy's name that starts with the letter H. You feel me?
Henry.
Jose.
Yeah, Jose.
All right, my fault. Scratch that. Jesus.
Man, okay. So with that, do you expect to be back on our show?
100%.
Don't be a stranger.
I know,
Anytime,
don't be a
please.
stranger.
Don't be a
Your
stranger.
story is so
Anytime.
deep that we can't really cover it in an hour. There's so
Come
many.
back to just
like,
kick it. I feel like we got the story
I'll
part.
kick it
Honestly, just
anytime.
feel me?
Let the
Serious.
people figure it out
Invite
now.
me to the
like,
next house party. Let
No,
me
for
pull up
sure.
and hang out.
You can kick it.
I'm trying to stomp on them dookies one time,
Hey,
okay?
that's
sure.
disrespectful. That's just disrespectful.
Trying to?
That's crazy work. That's
Having that as a goal is just easy.
Hey, that's a goal. I'll do it next time
I'm just
too.
kidding.
You
I'm
just
just
got to
kidding.
wear the same shoes.
Right, that's
Stepping
it.
on dookies?
Yeah.
I would
Y'all
never
tripping.
actually.
Don't step on
I
my
would.
shoes.
You would.
I would.
Word.
All the
Do you choose
time.
violence?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
That's funny.
Bang ball. Does he say words right there? I just be like, bang ball. I don't know what the other nigga was talking about.
Okay. Last segment before we end this. It's just gonna be quick answers, like 3 seconds to answer the questions, and that's it.
Rapid.
We just
Rapid
go.
fire.
Whatever
Take
comes
a
to
seat
your
on
head.
the
Whatever
couch
comes to your head.
All right.
You can stay. You can stay here to the end of the show
Stay
by
there.
this
All right.
point. Cool. Favorite pizza topping?
Favorite pizza? Cheese. Oh, sorry, cheese and spinach.
Topping.
Topping, cheese and spinach.
I
I don't
mean,
have
cheese
yeah,
is a-
spinach. Still spinach, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
okay. Favorite animal?
Dogs.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite weather?
Sunny. Hot.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite season?
Summer.
Favorite date idea?
Sorry, what? Date?
Yes.
Date idea?
Oh my goodness.
This might take longer than 3 seconds.
Yeah, right. Doing something I've never done before. I like when a guy introduces me to something new.
City or country girl?
Ooh, city girl.
Favorite car?
My favorite car, my dream mom car is a black on black Range Rover. So
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
nice. Very
That
nice.
was a very nice answer.
thank you.
Okay. Favorite superhero?
Ooh, this is tough, Batman.
Mm.
But I'm a Marvel girl. It's giving Batman, but I'm a Marvel. I know. I'm sorry, Larry. I just love DC.
You had me in the first
I do
half.
love DC. I do, but yeah.
That's sad.
villains. He just got great villains.
Batman.
Facts.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, teleportation. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to not have to fly.
Traffic is
be
a
there.
bitch.
You feel me? You feel me?
Traveling sucks.
Yeah.
No, I ain't got shit to say.
I like take advantage of teleport. Like I'll show up right on time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's 4:59. I gotta be there at 5.
I link and then be there.
Ah, there you go. What's that, y'all?
Right.
Ah, y'all thought I was late.
You feel me?
Right.
Show up.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite movie?
Someone Great. It's a Netflix movie. It's a really, really good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite TV series you're currently watching? Or no, favorite TV series ever
In general.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nice. Okay.
Right
Okay.
choice.
I think that's it. I think that's our segment.
Favorite music artist of all time.
Lil Wayne.
Oh.
Now
Yeah,
pop
baby, please say
that,
the baby.
baby. I
You know
make it
it.
to my bedroom and
And
pop that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you so
Don't
much
thank
for
me.
joining us
thank you
on
for
our
having
first
me.
season.
I had so much fun. And
Yeah.
happy season 2. Congrats, guys.
Season 2, my bad, not first season, first episode, season 2.
Yes.
It was such a great time. You told
Yeah.
us what you got going on. Now, where can people find you?
I am on IG at Melanie Ricks and then on Twitter at Melanie B. Ricks. And the B is for Brooke. That's my middle name.
Period.
Perfect. And do you
I
have anything
represent
coming up
Queen. She was
that
braced
you want to
up.
plug? Anywhere, anything people
When
can
is
find
this-
you
When
at?
is this airing?
Probably next week.
Next week. Catch me. This is next week. Okay, actually, I can't
This is
say
next
this.
week.
This is next week.
is
All
next-
right, y'all
We're in the week.
You will find out, but catch me at Fiserv Forum, all Bucks home games, and 7 to 10 a.m. 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk Radio.
Tune in, folks.
There we
No,
go.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
King in the
also
morning.
working
Tune in.
for the Bucks now. If y'all want to know, your boy in there. I ain't the host, but I'm doing the most.
You know what I mean?
saying?
You know,
I'm in-
all them, I tried doing them little dances. Yeah, I can't do it.
And that's
My
it.
body don't move like that.
I'm Dre.
Light skin Larry.
I'm Melo.
I'm Mel.
I'm Dose.
Thank you guys, and we will catch you guys next time. Enjoy your day, your week, whenever you're
Can
listening
we get
to
a
this.
picture of
have to.
the guests
Yeah.
with us?
Yeah.
we have
Yeah,
to.
of course.
For sure.
Definitely.
You guys enjoy. We'll catch you guys next time.
Woo woo.
Bow.
I was
almost want to drop
That
the
was
mic
so
when I got a little nervous.
fun.